Today we will discuss about keyword arguments and non-keyword arguments in Python. Before understanding this, I hope you know arguments. So if you don't know arguments, there is no point in learning these things. So first you have to understand arguments. So arguments are the value. So like if you don't know, please go through my previous videos of functions so that you will get to know what is arguments. For now, I will try to say the example. Arguments are basically the values we pass to the functions. Okay, so these are arguments in simple way to understand. Now we will understand what is keyword arguments and non-keyword arguments. First, we will start with non-keyword arguments and then we will go through keyword arguments. First, you have to understand why we need these arguments. So let me take an simple example of adding numbers. Let's define a function add. Okay, so here what we do in general, we will take a comma b and then we will add. Okay, so we will do return a plus b. So that's what we usually, so the simple way of writing a addition program. So now I will pass here two values. They are called as arguments to the function add. I am passing values 10 comma 10. So the output should be 20. Okay, see, I'm getting 20. Now let's take the user wants to pass some. Yeah, we don't know, like user might give so many values. Okay, he need some values, random values he will pass, and he expects addition of these numbers. Now, if you run this, you will get an error, like saying add takes two positional argument, but seven were given. So in this case, to accept no matter how many arguments that user pass, this non-keyword arguments, like the syntax is you need to make sure you are having this star before the whatever the variable you have. It doesn't mean you have to use args. You can use whatever the variable you can have. In this case, I will use numbers. So these numbers here, like when you are getting so many numbers, addition means obviously more than one number, right? So you need to write obviously one logic for adding to number. Like when you have a set of numbers, you need to write a for loop and you need to do the addition. First, you need to have the variable like sum one. Okay, so I will set it to 0. I'm writing a simple addition logic here. I will take for I in numbers. Okay, so in these numbers, whatever I it will come, it will do add it to the sum 1 plus equal to I. So at the end of the logic, we will return that. Okay, so we'll return that sum 1 to the user. So this is how it will be useful, these non-keyword arguments. Now if I run this, see, you will not get any error. You will get 4 not 4. You don't know, so you might pass two values or he might pass three values. So he can pass any number of values, it doesn't matter. So it will take those number of values and it will do addition. It's not only for addition, so it's in your program, whatever program you're writing, according to that you can use this non-keyword arguments. Now we will discuss straightly into keyword arguments, right? So now let's take, so here also make sure that the what there is a like it is accepting the values in the form of tuple. Okay, so when you mention star, it is considering whatever the input it is coming, it is considering it as a tuple. If you want to see that also, you can use print and you can use type. What we already know, type of numbers. If you see this, the type of this number is simply the tuple. Okay, so this is how it's taking a tuple and it is unpacking in this for loop and it is adding those values. Now we will discuss about keyword arguments. So like when we need to use keyword arguments, simple syntax is again, uh, let's take a example. Let's take define. Here we will take some data. Okay, so define data, and here when we use this, right? When a user are like you have a form, you need to have a mandatory field, right? When you are filling a form, login form or like a sign up form, there will be some mandatory forms like name should be mandatory, then you need to have a phone number or mail id, it should be mandatory, and other things like your age, your in which area you are living, in which city you are living, and so all these factors can be it can be it's not mandatory. So mandatorily you need to have some username, something like that. So now here let's take username, so it should be mandatory, and let's take uh, username and mail. Okay, so mail is mandatory, and apart from that you might have so many fields, but user will give some only some fields. So, okay, so there you need to have like um, not mandatory. Not M means not mandatory. So let's consider in that way. So in this case, you are basically using keyword arguments. You don't know how many other fields either user might give it or might not give it, but username and mail should be compulsory. These things, no matter how many values you will give. So those values I will consider. Okay. So if you don't use this again, so it will be very difficult to keep track of those values that user is giving. So now let's write some simple logic like so first we'll print uh, I will use a f string. Okay, so I will use f string and I will write my your username, right? Your username is I will use the same username and mail. Okay, so here I will use that mail and other details I don't know like so I don't know what are the other details he's sending. So basically here again if you print and you will put like okay, so I will put f colon age is age. You don't know what is his age, right? So I don't know what he is passing, what is the value that we are getting. So if you let's call this function first print data of I will pass some values, right? So username should be mandatory. Kumar quotes Kumar and mail is Kumar at gmail.com. Okay, something like k at gmail.com. And now I am going to pass. I don't know, like I can pay pass. Okay, age. First, let me not pass these values. Let me run this. So if I run this, what will be the output? See, print f age is age. I don't know like what it is. So let's pass that value now. Okay. Now I will pass that value here, comma. So age, like you can age colon equal to 20, comma. So this is how you can give. So this is how we can pass these values. Here we are not supposed to use this. We should use colon 20 and it'll pass like this. Now again, if I run this, we'll still get an error because it's an invalid syntax. So you're not supposed to use colon. That's what it's saying, right? I think we are missing something here. So uh, in a simple way, you can, instead of giving double quotes here, whatever I have followed previously, right? Yeah, I think you can give equals age equal to 20 and whatever you can keep on giving like this. But still, if I run this, you will get another error. Print f age. Now see, age is not defined. So it's not unpacking that whatever the keyword arguments. So for that, first you have to unpack it. So unpacking is again, so it will be for key, comma, value in what not that variable you have to use notm dot items. So dot items, so it will receive it as a function in the function format. So here you can use this and I will put this print here. Okay, so now if I run this, so here you don't know age, right? You are not supposed to use age. Instead of that, you can use the okay key, whatever the key we have used in this for loop. That key is the key is value. Okay, so I will use val here. If I run this now, if I run this, you're not supposed to get any error. The age is value 20. Why it is in none here? So again, because I am using print, right? So that's why it is giving. Okay, now if I run this, you will not get that none also. See, the age is value 20. Okay, so why I have used this value again, you can remove this. So this is how you can use the age is 20. Now you can pass a number of values here. It doesn't matter. You can give whatever age, village equal to Bangalore. My village is not Bangalore, but still I'm giving this. Okay, now still if I run this, see the village is Bangalore. So this is how you can give a number of values. This is where the keyword arguments are very useful. I hope you understood about arguments, like standard arguments and non-keyword arguments and keyword arguments. If you found this content useful, please share this with your friends and whoever learning Python and this arguments related stuff. So that's all for this video, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, see you, tata, bye bye, take care.